Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Right to the air. Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now Murray off play action. Ertz has it left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. Shoves him aside. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Murray now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now Murray again. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in Vegas. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for two. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray, eluding the pressure right. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets it to Bolden. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Vigil. And the Cards are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on.
Murray now. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
6-0 our score after one. From the 25 on 2nd down. Carr quickly a slant to Renfro. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards...
Touchdown Raiders! Brandon Bolden, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll roll him out right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd and 15 now, Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll buy some time right. And Carr gives himself up, but not before he picks up a first down. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.